and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I have another high-end versus affordable makeup tutorial. So that means I'm creating the same look, but one side of my face is all high-end makeup and the other side of my face is all affordable makeup. Affordable, drugstore. I kind of put it in the same category because some of the products aren't technically drugstore, but they are affordable. So before I even tell you guys which side is which, go ahead and take a vote. I'll even put a poll right here for you guys. Which side do you think is the high-end side and which side do you think is the affordable side? I love doing videos like this because I think it's so cool to see like how high-end products work and see if you can find an affordable dupe to match. So maybe you don't want to spend all that money on the high-end product. You can still get something similar with the same effect and same quality, but a cheaper price. So if you guys want to find out which side is which or just find out how to get this makeup look, then just keep on watching. But before we jump into the video, if you are new to my channel, hi, my name is Jack. Make sure you hit that red subscribe button and the little bell so that way you are notified of future videos and you officially become part of the Little Flower family. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. I'm so excited to be doing another one of these videos, so let's go ahead and get started with primer. So let's see, this side will be the high-end side and then this side will be the affordable side. So the right side, my right, your left, I believe. My right side will be the high-end, my left side will be the affordable. Okay, so for the high-end side, the primer I'm gonna use is the Too Faced Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer. So I'm going to just apply this with my clean hands all over the right side of my face. And for the affordable side, I'm going to use the Lala Fox Air Primer. You can find this at walmart.com. I'm going to apply this over on the left side. This one feels a little bit thicker and creamier than the Hangover RX from Too Faced, but it still has that like really hydrating feeling, so that's why I decided to use these two together. For foundation on the high-end side, I'm going to use the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. One of my favorites. I'm going to use this shade Natural Beige. I hope this matches me because I'm like in between 3 separate shades of this foundation, so it's always kind of tricky for me to find the exact one that matches. I'm just going to take that on my sponge and start pressing this into my skin. And I do go over like my eyelid area with my foundation as well. I think that was a good match. I think we're good. And now for the affordable side, I'm going to take the Collab Oh So Fresh Skin Tint in the shade Sand Beige. So again, just placing it on the sponge and then pressing it onto the skin. Oh, this is like a tad bit lighter than this side. Oh my gosh. Actually, I might have a shade darker. Hold on, let me go check real quick. Yay, I do. I have this shade Beige Tan here, so I'm going to just put a little bit here on my sponge and blend that onto my face to try to match the right side a little bit better. So I've let this kind of sit for a little bit to kind of set into the skin, so as you can see it leaves a very dewy glow to the skin, whereas this side is just fully matte. I really like this side a lot more. But don't get me wrong, I still love this Collab foundation. I think it's super awesome and I wear it like all the time for like my natural everyday makeup look. Okay, moving on to concealer now. So for the high-end side, my new favorite has been the Urban Decay Waterproof All-Nighter Waterproof Concealer. I know the Tarte Shape Tape used to be my ride or die, but I really have been liking this concealer. The more I use it, the more I fall in love with it. Super full coverage and it just does not budge. So I'm going to use this to apply under my eye area. I just wish the applicator was a little bit bigger, kind of more similar to the Tarte Shape Tape. And then this is going to be kind of hard, but a little bit there, a little bit there, and right here. And I'm going to take my sponge to blend it in, and you want to work fast with this concealer because it does dry and set pretty quickly. So blend, honey. For the affordable side, I'm going to take the NYX HD Studio Concealer in the shade Medium. Oh, by the way, on the Urban Decay Concealer, I was in light neutral on this side. But for the NYX, I'm going to use the shade Medium and apply it in the same spots. Oh, this concealer has more pinky undertones than I was expecting. But hopefully when we blend it out, it'll look okay. This concealer is definitely a lot watery, like more watery than the Urban Decay one. The Urban Decay one is a thicker consistency. This feels really thin and light. And again, I'm just going to blend with my sponge. I think that actually looks really, really good. Okay, we gotta work fast because I don't want the concealer to start creasing under my eyes. So on the high-end side, I'm gonna take, of course, the Too Faced Peach Perfect Powder, and it does look like they restocked this, so I'll leave a link down below if you guys wanna get your hands on this. I highly recommend you do because this powder is amazing. I'm gonna pick it up on my sponge and go ahead and set my under eye and my lid to prep it for eyeshadows. And I'm not gonna do any like baking. I'm literally just setting the concealer, so I'm just pressing it into the skin. This powder, like, I don't know if you guys can see, but I can see in person, like, how that powder just made this side of my face look so flawless. I'm sorry, no powder can beat this, I'm sorry. For the affordable side, I'm using a powder that I don't really like, to be honest, but it is the Flower Beauty Translucent Powder. Oopsie, I'm making a mess. I'm gonna take a little bit of that and set it in the same way that I set the right side of my face. So I'm not gonna bake or anything, but I'm just pressing this powder on my under eye area to set that, and then the eyelid. I feel like the experience I've had with this powder, like, it looks good right now, but there are times where it does give off like a flashback effect, so it could look kind of splotchy or just like not as nice, you know what I mean? But right now in person, it looks fine. I really need to clean off my lips. This foundation lip look is just killing me. Okay, much better. I'm gonna go ahead and contour my face before I work on the eyes. So for the high-end side, I'm gonna take the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. I love this stuff. So with very soft circular motions, I'm just going to blend this onto the hollows of my cheek, so like right under the cheekbone, and then drag it up to the temple, and then bringing it down onto my jawline as well, and just keeping my, like, the pressure of my hand on the brush, like, just very, very light. And I'm just gonna keep going back with circular motions to make sure everything is nice and blended and soft. I've never really liked a harsh contour anyways, so this is like the perfect way for me to apply my bronzer and contour. And then I'm gonna take a little bit on the tip of my brush and go down the side of my nose. On the affordable side, I'm gonna take the e.l.f. Blush and Bronzer Duo. I'm gonna take the bronzer in here and just repeat the same thing I did on my right side to the left side. I know some people may disagree with me, but I actually think this is very comparable to the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. I think the e.l.f. bronzer is actually really good. And people used to talk about it all the time back in like the old school YouTube days, but nobody really talks about it anymore. But it's still such a great bronzer in my opinion, and it's so affordable. Okay, so we'll come back to the blush and highlight. So let's go ahead and move on to the eyes. For the eyeshadow palettes, the high-end side, I have the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, which I've had for the longest time. This is kind of like a staple in my makeup collection. I can't seem to get rid of this palette. And then for the affordable side, I have the Oakland Natural Eyeshadow palette. And this is a dupe for the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. The palettes look so similar. The shades are like basically identical, and I got this palette from shophush.com, which has a ton of super affordable makeup brands, and a lot of them are dupes of high-end brands. So I'm excited to create a look for you guys, and if it turns out well and I'm able to replicate the high-end side on the affordable side, maybe that gives you guys a better option if like some of the products on the high-end side are just a little out of range or out of budget. There are affordable options that you can use. So my eyes are already prepped from the foundation and powder that we applied, so I'm just gonna go straight into the eyeshadows. So for the transition shade on the high-end side, I'm gonna take the Salted Caramel shade from the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. And with windshield wiper motions, I'm going to blend that into my crease and bring it up close to my brow bone area. Oh my gosh, I just realized that the shades in each palette are named the same. Yeah, they are. So they all have the same names. So I use Salted Caramel on this side, so I'm going to use Salted Caramel on the affordable side as well. So what I'm noticing is that on the affordable side, the Salted Caramel shade is coming off like true to color. Like how it looks in the pan. But for some reason on the high-end side, the salted caramel shade came out a lot deeper than I was expecting, which kind of surprised me. And my brush was completely clean, so it wasn't like a leftover color from my eyeshadow brush, so that was a little weird. I'm going to take the shade Semi Sweet on a standard blending brush, and I'm going to blend that into the crease just to deepen up the crease. I'm not going to bring this color up too high or anything like that, just kind of focus this shade right in the crease, and again, using windshield wiper motions to blend it all out. And I'm just going to go back in with my fluffy blending brush to blend the shades together so there's no harsh lines. Now moving on to the affordable side, again I'm going to take the shade Semi Sweet and blend that into the crease. I'm noticing this shade is a lot less intense than the other side, but I actually kind of like it more. Like, so far I'm liking the affordable side better. I feel like the color payoff is just more true to what you see in the pan, but I think these shades are also really, really easy and soft to blend out. Whereas this side is starting to look a little like, I don't know, patchy, muddy. I don't know, this looks a lot cleaner in my opinion than this side. But let's finish up the eyes and then we'll see the final results. Moving on to the high-end side, I'm going to take the shade Triple Fudge, which is the darkest shade in the palette. I'm going to take that on the same fluffy blending brush and just focus this right on the outer corner of the eye. So just to kind of add that smoky effect to this eyeshadow look. Okay, now moving on to the affordable side, again, Triple Fudge. So for the lid color, one of my favorite shades in the chocolate bar palette is Marzipan. I'm going to take that on a flat shader brush and place that onto my lid. And again, taking Marzipan on the left side as well. I think that's so funny that the names are exactly the same. For brow bone highlight, I'm going to take White Chocolate here on a shader brush and just pop that right under my eyebrow. And White Chocolate on the other brow. So for the lower lash line, I'm going to start out with the shade Semi Sweet, which is the color we used in the crease. I'm going to drag this onto the lower lash line with a pencil brush and then repeat that on the next side. I know this eyeshadow part is getting super repetitive. With the same brush, I'm going to take Black Forest Truffle. I never really used this shade, but it looks really pretty. I'm going to place that onto the lower lash line as well, just kind of building off of what we already applied. I think what it is that the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette is just so strong in pigmentation that it applies very sloppy, because even if you tap off your brush, it's just like packing on the pigmentation. But with this affordable side, the Oakland palette, like you have to kind of build to match this intensity. You have to build, but I think because of that, you're able to like get a cleaner look, whereas like the first like time you place the brush on the high-end side, it's like, boom, there's color. You know what I mean? But that's all I'm gonna do for the eyeshadows, but I definitely need to go in and fix this side because this side looks so good. Like, this is perfect. Over here, it looks so sloppy. So for eyeliner now, I'm trying out a new product for the high-end side. This is from the brand called Pretty Vulgar, and this is the Ink Blackest List Gel Eyeliner. So it looks like this, pretty cool actually. And take a angled brush and just line my eyes and also place this onto my waterline. You can use gel liners on your waterline, and I actually think gel liners last a lot longer on your waterline than a regular like kohl pencil. So I'm gonna use this to create a wing and line my lower lash line. Oh, I love. I haven't used gel eyeliner in so long, so I forgot how good it could be. Like, whoa, I'm obsessed with that. For the affordable side, I'm gonna use the NYX Gel Liner and Smudger. This is in jet black. That awkward moment when you make your wings at different angles. Whoops. We just gonna leave it though. I'm gonna do my mascara and lashes off camera, but I wanna share with you guys what I'm gonna be using. So on the high-end side, I'm gonna use the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. And for the affordable side, I'm gonna use the Flower Beauty Lash Warrior Mascara. And for falsies, for the high-end side, I mean, it's not exactly a high-end brand, but I think all of the lashes I own are affordable, honestly. But these are the Vegas Nail Lashes by Eyeliner in Easy Elegance. So I'm gonna use this on the high-end side. And then for the affordable side, I have these Kiss Beauty eyelashes, and it comes in a pack, and I figured if I took the total of this pack and then divided it by how many lashes there are, that will give you the total of the lash by itself. This seemed like the more affordable option in my head, so yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and do all that off camera, and I'll be right back. Today we have our lashes and mascara on. They are slightly different, but I think you guys get the picture, and I think they're close enough, you know. So now let's go ahead and do the brows. So on the high-end side, I am going to be using the Mellow Brow Definer, and it's just a brow pencil, and it has a spoolie on the other end. So I'm just going to quickly fill in my brows, brush them out with the spoolie to make them nice and soft and natural, and then we can move on to the next side. For the affordable side, I'm going to use the Pop Beauty Peak Performance Brow, which again, just like the Mellow Cosmetics one, is a brow pencil with a spoolie at the other end. So I'm going to fill in my brows lightly and then brush it out with the spoolie so that it's nice and blended and soft. I'm pretty sure that was my first time trying both of those products, and I love both of them. I feel like this is the most natural I've ever filled in my brows, and I really, really like it. I've been trying to go for a softer, more natural brow recently, so I feel like I'm getting there. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. So now we can finish off the face and then move on to the lips. So for blush on the high-end side, I have the Tarte Cosmetics Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in Exposed, which is kind of like, you know, an everyday color blush that goes with literally any look that you create. I'm just gonna take this on a blush brush, tap off the excess, and then just dust this onto my cheeks and blend back. For the affordable side, I had to use my blush palette from Prolux. I also got this from shophush.com. I just love this, and they're all matte blushes, which I think are super, super pretty. I am going to take a mix of these two shades right here to kind of match the shade of Exposed. Tap it off because it's super pigmented. And again, just blending it on my cheeks and blending it back. For highlighter on the high-end side, I'm going to take the Ofra Rodeo Drive highlighter. I think this one is so, so pretty. Just tap that on the high part of my cheekbone, and I try to like blend it onto my brow bone as well. I'm going to take a little bit on my pinky and place that on the inner corner as well. And I know this part's going to be weird, but half of the tip of my nose and half down the bridge of my nose and half of my cupid's bow, half of my chin, half of my forehead. Now for the affordable side, I'm going to take the Pixie and Dulce Candy Sweet Glow palette. I love this shade right here at the top, so I'm going to take that and mirror everything that we did on the right side. Now moving on to the lips, I wanted to do a nice bright red lip. So on the high end side, I'm going to take the Kylie Cosmetics Mary Jo K lip liner. So I'm going to line my lips and fill it in with this, and then we'll go in with the liquid lipstick. This looks so weird right now. On the affordable side, I'm going to use the Collab Makeup Line and Define Lip Contouring Pencil in Bang Bang. Okay, these reds definitely don't match. For the high-end side, I'm going to take the Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipstick in Bang Bang. Popular name today. I think this is so, so pretty, and I do like that it kind of brightened up this side of the red lip. The only thing is the formula of the Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipsticks, they are a little more dry and thick, so they kind of drag across. They're not as creamy. They don't just like glide on. So moving on to the affordable side, I'm going to take this liquid lipstick from Collab. This is the Matte Addiction Liquid Lip Color in Blood Rush. And this, compared to the Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipstick, this is a very like creamy, glides right on, like super smooth formula, and I really do like this one. And it looks glossy, but I believe this does dry down matte. It's so rare for me to wear red lips, but I am loving this. I'm definitely feeling like Cheryl Blossom here. But the last thing we're gonna do is set the face. So on the high end side, I'm gonna use the Too Faced Hangover RX 3-in-1 Replenishing Primer and Setting Spray. So you can use this before your makeup, after your makeup, during your makeup. You can use this whenever. So I'm gonna shake this up and use this. I'm gonna go like this so I don't get this side. So let's shake this and then let that dry. That felt really weird to just set one side of my face. For the affordable side, I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Beauty Shield Antioxidant Daily Defense. The name kind of rubbed off a little bit, but this is the Daily Defense Makeup Mist. Oh, that was not as nice of a spritz. That felt like very big water droplets hitting my face. The Too Faced one definitely had a finer mist, which I like. Not crazy about the e.l.f., like the way that came out. That was just very watery and splotchy. So that is it for this makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Can you tell which side is which? Do they look super similar? If you didn't know that like this side was the high-end side and this side was the affordable side, and you just had to pick which side looked better, which one would you guys pick? This one over here, the left, my left, or my right? Which one do you guys like best? Let me know in the comments below, and I will have links to all the products I use and prices and all that kind of stuff listed down below for you guys, so it makes it super easy if you want to shop any of these products. Thank you guys again for watching. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!